Hey everybody, welcome back to your Security Survival Guide. I am Jeremy Vance. I am a security consultant and I help people understand what's going on with their security systems and making sure that they are in a place where it works and they get everything they need out of it. Today we're going to actually have a slightly different episode because normally I talk a lot about physical security systems, electronic security systems, and how they work. But I'm going to talk a little bit today about something a little bit more personal and running and trying to do marketing and security and how that kind of works. So to start out with, let's start with what's in the background of this video. You'll be seeing clips from my recent trip to China, which I got to go for about a week and a half. The video behind you is the bullet train, so you actually can see the bullet train pick up speed and get up to speed as it kind of drives through the countryside of China, leaving Shanghai. It was an absolutely wonderful experience to go to China. I got to go with a bunch of good friends and a lot of good people. The reason why I was there was I was invited from Sedan and Dahua, which is Sedan's a supplier for security companies, and Dahua is one of the largest camera manufacturers in the world, to see their head office and their factories and actually see how the product is made, how it is put together and shipped out. And that way we have the confidence to make sure to tell our clients that, yes, it's coming from a reputable place. We've seen it be manufactured and it goes. And quite honestly, they did that. That the point was made. Tons of robots, which everybody knows how much I love robots going forward in the future here. We'll just have a house full of robots doing like vacuuming and alarm patrols and apparently picking up pallets of gear and running it from one assembly line to another. It was actually pretty cool. Like I'll go into it in a different episode, but it was really neat to see how the whole factory kind of tied together, and it was huge. It was absolutely enormous. So I guess before I kind of jump off that, I have to say thank you. So thank you to Sedan. Thank you to Dahua, specifically Matt from Sedan Mount Waverly. That was awesome to go. Thank you to Global Zone for allowing me the time and support to do that as well. Thank you to Dahua, so Michael, Blair, and Anna from Dahua. That was wonderful, and thank you for your hospitality over in China. It was a cool experience for somebody who's never been there before, and being able to see how a lot of the gear that I sell myself to clients and suggest to clients is actually produced and put together, and the teams that do that was really cool. So thank you very much for that. So kind of what I wanted to talk about, the episode title, which you'll see in the whether you look on Spotify or YouTube, I'm going to call it something like Haters Gonna Hate. I've been, so the last, financial year and a half. So I started roughly about a year and a half ago at this point, because we're about halfway through this financial year currently. My goal was to start to build a network, to start to be able to get myself out there. I've always been a very tech person. Like I started life as like a chemical engineer, working on chemistry equipment. I came over here, started working on the alarm systems and electronic stuff. Before that, I was a computer person. Like it's always been technology, and I've always been a bit shy, a bit soft-spoken, and I try to be outward, but I'm very much an introvert, which means that by the end I'm exhausted. Like, so when I go home, poor Shan, when I have to go home and stop being Jeremy for business, I'm exhausted. I don't really talk a whole lot. I just kind of lounge and we watch TV and enjoy each other's company. But she puts up with the quiet version of me, where everybody else gets the high energy, try to be excited with life version of me. So I made this conscious effort to try to start building networks for business. So, and I'm not talking about security systems. I'm talking about human networks, like people like LinkedIn, and going to business networking events and going to workshops, all that kind of stuff, putting my name out there. And that was a bird. I don't know if you guys hear, there's a giant bird outside. Overall, I feel like that has been a incredibly rewarding experience. I always tell people that my best friends are my competitors. Like, honestly, it's the truth. Like, I love some of the people that I compete against for security work. We are constantly helping each other, trying to figure out problems. We're on the phone with each other. As people in the industry know, a lot of the time you get tech support from your suppliers, and sometimes you get it from the manufacturer, but a lot of times it's us trying to figure it out as we go in the field as well too. um, Another side benefit of the wonderful trip to China was I actually met some really, really good people. So shout out to all you guys know who you are. um, so I've been putting myself out there. I've been trying to be as open and honest and authentic as I can, trying to be a foreigner in Australia, because I'm obviously not Australian, building a network from scratch, trying to create this environment where I can build something and help grow something and be able to support my family and meet friends and new people. It's a lot to kind of take on, but I feel like it's been a rewarding experience. And I do everything. If you're watching this, I'm sure you know. But I've tried everything from, we do the podcast, I do like random little videos, I do a ton of short videos, I put posts up on LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We run the marketing for the Global Zone. Facebook and Instagram, as far as making the organic content for that and pushing that out. There's a lot going on with it, and my face is kind of all over it. And that's not necessarily like me deciding to show my face, because originally I was going to try to use AI and do like one of those like masked videos where it's like an AI person with like a mask on and they talk. I actually even made a video, one of my early TOC Pro videos had that in it. But in the long run, I'm self-conscious about my face. I don't want you to look at me really, but it is what it is. I'm self-conscious about my voice. I'm self-conscious about my accent because I sound different from people here. But I made the decision that I would attempt to put myself out there and make sure I was available for anybody who is interested in sharing knowledge and information with me. So all this stuff that I put out, as much as I'm trying to teach people about security systems, I want to learn as well. I want to learn about people's businesses, how they structure them, how they deal with HR issues, how they train people, how they get the teams work, all these business things that they don't teach you in IT school, which is where I came from. They don't do business management classes like all the time. I had one team building class, and that was like a kind of like an easy A class, like one of those elective things. I need to learn, right? That's why we're here, is I need to learn. I hopefully can share some value, but overall, as humans, for us to get better and grow, we need to learn from each other. And I don't want to learn everything from AI. I would rather learn from human beings who have lived it and done it or are trying to do it, because you can learn as much being in the trenches with people as you can from somebody who is a guru, right? Sometimes it's more fun when you're learning it together as well. So I say all that to say, as a very big Draymond Green reference to his podcast. He says it all the time. So I say all that to say that I've put myself out there. I'm not always happy about being out there, but I'm trying to grow and build something and meet people and do the best I can. So when I find out that a competitor actually says really mean things about me when I'm not around, now worth noting is this person knows the bare minimum about me as a human being, but because they see me online, they feel that it's okay for them to say not nice things to me to other people when I'm not there. That hurts my feelings. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, the irritating part is I've seen this person in passing, and we've had really good conversations. And I've said, oh, it's so good to meet you, because again, I love meeting new people, and they were very nice to me. And then to find out after the fact that they're saying mean things about me, and specifically about the fact of me posting all my stuff online. Like, they're taking shots at me for actually trying to put stuff out there. And it hurt my feeling. Like, when it first heard it, I'm not going to talk about the person because honestly, who cares, right? It could be anybody. But when I first heard it, um, I had like this weird like Jack Sparrow moment where I was like, you're the worst pirate in the world, but at least you've heard of me, right? And I had that moment where at least they're talking about me. Any press is good press. But it actually quickly turned into kind of as like an icky, sad feeling, which I don't even have a word for. That's how weird of a thing is for to put yourself out there and for somebody to just kind of trash you for no reason. It's not an emotion that I think I've ever had really before. Like, I've been sad before. It's not sad. I've been like irritated. It wasn't irritated. I'm not really mad. It just happens. But it was a weird one, and it actually kind of shook me up a little last night, and it was a bit odd. So I thought I'd just talk about it and share, because I can talk to you guys, and I'll just share it. And if that makes me weird, cool. Overall, the theme that when I talk to people about this, they're like, look, you just got to kind of get over it. Other than my wife, I haven't told anybody who it is, because again, I'm not in the business of trashing other human beings. But yeah, it was just one of the things where I just felt bad. I have kind of dealt with it for a day, and I think that I'm okay to talk about it now, to the point where I'm not going to just be like irritated or feel icky or whatever that feeling is that I can't name. And then I think the overall theme is people go, look, people are just like that sometimes. You got to just keep going. And I agree with that. It's easier said than done. But the good news is I'm just so busy. Like, I'm absolutely so busy with everything right now. Like, I work from like, I don't know, 5 a.m. to like 9 o'clock at night, and I pass out and I get up and I work again. And obviously not full the whole time. I take breaks, I eat food, I drink. Don't worry, guys, I'm fine. But I'm too busy to care for too long. It is just something that kind of hit me, and I was like, all right, well, that sucks. That people like will take a shot at me personally, not my work, but literally me personally, because they don't understand what I'm doing, or they don't like what I'm doing. Maybe they do understand it. I don't know. Like, and it's not somebody that is, I'm going to just go and like knock on their door and be like, bro, what's your problem? It's just an interesting thing. So haters gonna hate. That's kind of my theme for this episode. It's not really a security episode. It's more of a marketing, digital marketing, and dealing with it. And really, it's just me rambling, which hopefully you guys can understand and relate to, especially those of you who are trying to put yourself out there. For any of you that are wanting to put stuff out there, to actually create content and put it out there to push your business or your personal brand, like what I'm doing, do it anyways. I can tell you that as much as this has kind of been a sour feeling, the overall benefit of doing it has completely outweighed this one day of feeling icky. Like, the fact that I can pick up my phone and text somebody right now that I'm feeling icky, where a year and a half ago, I love my wife, she's amazing, but she was the only person I could text. Whereas now I have 50 people I can call and be like, hey man, I need your advice on this. And they would be able to give me advice. And I would take their advice, which is what I have done. I'm just going to put it out there, let it be, and I'm going to move on with life and continue being busy and doing my thing. So that's out. That's really it, man. I felt icky. I wanted to share it. I've shared it. It's going to be an interesting episode. If you look at the whole thing, it'll be like, here's how you deal with alarm systems. Here's how you deal with best practices. I felt icky today. And then the next one, we're actually dealing with HR. So I guess this is probably a good thing. So I have a guest on one of the next upcoming ones. The episode's already filmed. We're just editing down. We're talking about how HR can help business owners when trying to put cameras into a business. So if you're wanting to put cameras into your business, but you're having pushback from your staff, or there's unease about it being Big Brother-ish, or if you have a union that is pushing against it, My guest will be able to kind of walk through that and tell you how to deal with that. I'll give you a quick snippet from the basic theme. It's to communicate and be open and have trust before you start doing it rather than trying to just chuck it in the middle. But she does a wonderful job. So we'll be posting that up soon, and hopefully everybody will like that. Until then, you guys have a very good night, because it is getting late here when I actually have a chance to record. Stay safe, and thank you for those of you who do actually support me.